I reached out to the world's foremost expert on the art of rock, paper, scissors, Professor Barry Shingles.
My name is Barry Shingles. I am the foremost authority, the world's only recognized expert on rock, paper, scissors. I've been studying this sport, and I hesitate to call it a sport. It's much more of a game of strategy, a game of skill. It's so simplistic to call it a sport. But I've been studying this particular pastime, this way of life, if you will, for something like 47 years now. The history goes back some time, and we can get into that later. But I think it's important. I think it's important that you guys understand that rock, paper, scissors. It has much more to do. Everyone thinks it's simplistic. That you've got three options. You've got rock, you've got paper, you've got scissors, and that's it. But there's so much more involved in it. You've got strategies, the ability to read your opponent, the ability to influence your opponent in certain ways, to where you're not just predicting what they're going to throw, but kind of putting it into their head what you want them to throw. Rock, paper, scissors is so much more than a game. It really kind of works its way into many facets of your life. It changes lives. Honestly, it's changed lives. It's destroyed lives. The state of California's penal system has done studies that show that 7 out of 8 offenders, inmates with violent charges against them, 7 out of 8 of these people will throw rock as their first opening movement. So obviously, the clenched fist is associated much more with aggressive or domineering personality types. And then we come to scissors, and scissors is it's not obviously the aggressive posture of rock, but it's still, I mean, scissors are a cutting tool, but not a weapon per se. But we associate this with a tool. People who frequently use scissors, they're the creative types. They're much more conniving, like teenagers or lesbians. Scissors will be somewhat in between the aggressive nature of throwing rock, but not the passive paper. Obviously, paper is it's an open hand. It's not aggressive. It's not intimidating at all. No one's actually intimidated or scared when someone hands you a form or a document. Unless it's divorce papers. Of course, but in many cultures, the open hand will symbolize. It's always been a greeting or a. That's only the beginning. You have gambits. You have tells. You've got soft tells. You've got hard tells. You've got split tells. The gambits can be chained into chain gambits, reverse gambits, inverse gambits. You can have people who are trying to get you to believe that you're throwing a gambit, and then they'll switch it up. Playing just they will have their entire game, their match, all 3 sets in their head. They're going to throw, these 3 gambits, and then these 3 gambits, and then these 3 gambits, no matter what their opponent has done. In this way, they take out, they make it either the gambits. There are 8 of them. They have genuinely widely accepted names, such as the avalanche. The avalanche is probably the most aggressive one. It's 3 rocks in a row. As you can imagine, this is fairly aggressive. You'll find people employing this down south quite a bit. NRA members and members of the Klan. Then there is the complete opposite of that. Obviously, is the bureaucrat. The bureaucrat is 3 papers in a row. It's paper, and this tends to bog down the game a bit, and people are widely unfond of this just because of the passive nature of it. It seems a little wimpy, as it were. There is the scissor sandwich, which is paper and then scissors and then paper. So you've got bookends or buns, if you will, around a pair of scissors, which My personal favorite is the crescendo. It's a very elegant pattern. It starts from passive to aggressive. It's paper, scissors to rock, and it builds. It's very much like classical music, where you have several movements that will build into a crescendo. Hence the name. We have another one called the denouement, which is basically the opposite of the crescendo. It's, as you can tell, a French name, which you see this frequently in more often in international competitions, not so much here in the States. It's the opposite of the crescendo, where you start with the aggressive rock to the scissors and down to the very passive paper. Much like the French are famous for, you're surrendering your alpha behavior to them. There's the toolbox, which is, as you might imagine, is 3 scissors in a row. Scissors, scissors, scissors is the toolbox. Fairly self-explanatory, I believe. We have the paper dolls. Paper dolls is you throw paper, and you throw scissors, and you throw scissors. And this is somewhat sexual. The name conjures up images of people who perhaps might be into some alternative lifestyles or whatnot. It's the people who often throw the paper dolls. You could find in underground activities. They're just a little weird. But the last one that we'll talk about is the fistful of dollars, and it's definitely one of the favorites down in Texas and many of the western states. As people love the Duke. The fistful of dollars is rock and then paper and then paper. So you have a clenched fist, and then many papers after that, as if one has a fist full of dollars. Not ninth gambit. No, there's 8. There's 8 gambits. That's just okay. Fine. There are 27 possible combinations that one can throw. I mean, with 3 different options to choose from, there are 27. That's mathematically sound. That the experts, the way the mathematicians have confirmed this. Yes, there's 27 possible combinations that could be used, but there are 8 officially recognized and named gambits. That's all we need. That's all we need. I believe that the 8 gambits we have now are more than adequate to get you through any match, any strategy session, any situation you may find yourself in. One of these 8 gambits will work perfectly for you. It's your job to figure out which one that is, the appropriate gambit. There are plenty of options on a breakfast buffet, aren't there? There's lots of options. There's options galore. Yeah, choose your pick. You can ham and eggs and bacon, and I personally like the sausage links, not the patties, because that's gross. The sausage links. But you don't put taquitos on a breakfast buffet, do you? No, you don't, because then it's no longer a breakfast buffet, right? So we could come up with 27 different gambits using these combinations that the mathematicians tell us is possible. But why? We don't need that. Let's have 30. Let's just have 30 gambits, and we can name them, and we'll take one combination and we'll give it 4 different names, and that'll be great. Or we'll take 2 or 3 combinations and we'll name them twice. And that's damn it, Bob. I need another rubber band. I need a. So there are 8 gambits known in the international sport of rock, paper, scissors today. That's all there are. Anyone who tells you there's a 9th is full of hogwash. It's baloney. It's baloney, sir. It's preposterous. It's unnecessary. And quite frankly, I honestly believe it cheapens the sport. It cheapens it, and I'm offended by the notion of it. The sport these days. I haven't been pleased with the way things are going. Like it's used to there was some pride in the process. There was substance to the sport. It's gone. I believe it's gone downhill. There it used to be respected. There was some decorum to it, and anymore it's a dog and pony show, and there's far too many ponies.
smoking 40s, smoking 40s, drinking blunts. That's what this kid does for fun. Pour some smoke into that cut, drinking blunts, smoking 40s, smoking 40s, drinking blunts. That's what this kid does for fun. Pour some smoke into that cut. Like this beating, how it bounces. Don't smoke trees, we smoke tree houses. Break them bushes, shred them shoes. Can't match the patch with a match these nugs. Wreck them trees like Iron Giant. Taco Bell is where my time went.
Would you like a fiesta bowl? Cristobal wants a siesta bowl.
Low ride latte cause it bounces. Now roll up, wiggle like a basket. Hey, sticker and clown, put your liquor bitch down. It's just like a joint, but it's bigger and brown. It's a blunt, but yo, we don't smoke them. We soak them with our 40s open, acting loopy in our hoopty, sipping on a doobie smoothie. That's right, y'all. Smoothies with weed in them. Drinking blunts, smoking 40s, smoking 40s, drinking blunts. That's what this kid does for fun. Pour some smoke into that cut. Drinking blunts, smoking 40s, smoking 40s, drinking blunts. That's what this kid does for fun. Pour some smoke into that cut. 40 shorty, suck a titty. It ain't pretty in Cloud City. Billy B and 45, pour that shit and watch it rise. Christopher B is saying what's in this. Christopher Lee is drinking old English. But wise, they're the same as MGD in the Bill of Valentine, sort of counterclockwise. Bring a weed if you're home. Ain't heard me, girl, you put that shit in the cold and breathe that beer steam into your lungs. Bronchial tubes ain't never been drunk. Don't have a cow, man, just get bent. Boil that beer under that tent. Bub and barley, holy hops, just like John Locke's Lodge and Lost. If you leave, then slam the flap. If you stay, then twist the cap. Throw your weed up in the air. Pour your 40 in your shorts. If you do what NC say, guess what, homie, you're a dork. Drinking blunts, smoking 40s, smoking 40s, drinking blunts. That's what this kid does for fun. Pour some smoke into that cut. Drinking blunts, smoking 40s, smoking 40s, drinking blunts. That's what this kid does for fun. Pour some smoke into that cut.